Hi, welcome back to Cripple Creek Homestead. I'm Lisa.
I'm Darren.
So, a couple weeks ago, a few weeks ago, Darren was bit by a tick.
About a month ago, actually.
Turned out it was a Lone Star tick because he ended up being diagnosed last week with alpha-gal syndrome.
Yay!
This poses a real problem for homesteading as far as living completely off the land, which is what we had hoped to do. That was the dream, to allow deer and the goats to provide for us. But we're restricted to the chickens, what they'll provide for us.
At
The ducks.
at the moment, because there's a possibility that I could end up becoming, and if I'm not already, allergic to egg yolks. So, if it doesn't have fins, feathers, or leaves, I can't, or grain, I can't eat it.
And this affects me as well. He was the one that was bit, but if I want to have any physical contact with him at all, I can no longer wear my hand lotions, my face cream, my makeup.
This is all per my primary care doctor.
We've done a lot of research, and I know a lot of people that we watch on YouTube, they just kind of figure it out as they go. But Darren has had issues with allergic reactions in the past. And so because, first of all, yes, the doctor said completely eliminate everything.
Complete avoidance.
Complete avoidance. But because he had in the past has been so highly allergic to other things, bees, wasps, nuts, tomatoes, and has had severe allergic reactions, we decided it'd be safe to just eliminate all those things from our diet entirely. So,
which in itself is not cheap, because we had probably $400 or $500 worth of groceries in both freezers, actually all three freezers, and we had to give away a bunch of food that we weren't allowed to eat because of all the hidden products that are in it. And and we found out that a vegan diet and buying vegan stuff is not necessarily the right option either, because there's a ingredient that's out there, basically red seaweed is what it is. It's called carrageenan, and most people who have AGS are extremely allergic to carrageenan, and I am in that same position, that I'm extremely allergic to that.
and when we looked for the ingredients, we were looking very closely at everything, but oftentimes it'll have a different name than carrageenan or glycerin, and it's confusing.
Vegetable glycerin.
So there's also a plant form of glycerin, but some people with AGS are also allergic to that. But we found yesterday that carrageenan has about 30 other names, and they can put that in there just to confuse you. So it's been extremely trying and stressful. He was afraid to eat for about a week, lost 10 pounds.
I think I'm down to about 23 pounds now that I've lost since this, in the last 2 weeks. And the crazy thing is that I have upwards of 2 allergic reactions a day. And there has been times, I think a couple of times, that I've had at least 3 allergic reactions. It's not very often, but that did happen over last weekend. So, I found another spot on the back of my ear that I got bit by another tick, and it's all red and inflamed and everything.
Pretty much looks the same way.
Looks
the one
the
on
same
your
as the
hip
one
did.
that was on my hip. So,
yeah, the other day he had an allergic reaction. We knew that plastic was a problem, so we got rid of all our plastics anything that had meat, mammalian product,
It was a
Co-
plastic
uh,
fork.
milk, cottage cheese, anything, any containers that could have had any of that on, sugar from icing. We got rid of it all. I gave it to my daughter just to play it safe. Well, we had a camping fork, a plastic fork in the drawer. It had been washed 2 or 3 times. I didn't even think about it. I knew better, but I wasn't thinking, and I needed something to mix the eggs for omelets. It was veggie omelets, and he ended up having an allergic reaction about what, an hour, 2
3
hours
hours
later.
About 3 hours after.
Started noticing his face breaking out. So, and that's what we tracked it back to. That was the only thing.
That was different
Is I
in
used
the
that
diet.
plastic fork that he had eaten steak with.
And that's the trying thing, because it's like one day everything is good, and then all of a sudden something happens, or we forget something, or we go and buy something that the FIG app, FIG.
Yes, that's important. Get
it-
the FIG app.
Get the FIG app. Yes, it's expensive. It's $70 a year, but
It could save you a lot of heartache.
It has worked, and there's several communities on Facebook, Alpha Gal Recipes, or Alpha Gal Kitchen, Alpha Gal Recipes, Alpha Gal Support Group, and all of these guys are absolutely fantastic. So if any of you are struggling with it, look on Facebook for those. It's so far has been extremely helpful, because if you have it, you're not alone. There's a bunch of us, and more people are coming up with it every day. So, and then the other thing I've got to do is I got a phone call into an allergist in Kansas City that I've got to get a hold of.
No.
That she's supposed to call me back in a couple of
No.
days, but I have to get a hold of my insurance company to find out if it's even in network, or if they'll even cover it. So then there's that. So this whole AGS thing, alpha gal syndrome, it is not cheap.
Everything is about 2 to 3 times more. Or, well, like with the hygiene products, I'm learning how to make stuff myself. Like I'm wearing oils and aloe on my face. So
Yeah.
we got to learn how to make a shampoo.
Deodorant.
Deodorant and soap is so expensive. A
Yeah.
bar of soap from Dr. Squatch
No, this was that Wild.
was $8 a bar, and
Well,
Wild deodorant.
The Wild, it was
14.
It was 17. It was almost $17 for that.
Yeah,
And
it's insane.
then turns out that it actually, if I remember correctly, had carrageenan in it as well. So I can't use it. So there's a lot of hidden products. There's a lot of things that need to be listed that aren't. So
Something important that I learned, and I hope maybe you can learn from me. Before we were able to get the app, I was searching on Google using the AI.
do not do that.
It lies.
It doesn't know.
It doesn't. Most people can do this who have alpha-gal syndrome, or some people, but that's the key word, some or most, but he's not most people. If there's something to cause an issue, he'll have it.
Pretty much. So, well, anyway, if you guys have any other questions, please like, share, subscribe. Check us out on TikTok as well.
Like, share, subscribe anyway, even if you don't have
Right,
questions.
please. It's the cheapest thing you can do for our channel. Help us out. Leave us a comment, and
Yep.
also, if you get a chance, look up Rockin' W on YouTube. That is our neighbor. They've got a small channel they're trying to get established too. So if you guys don't mind, check them out. I'll see if I can leave a link to that in the description box. So, but anyway, appreciate you guys stopping by, and
Kind of a long video. If you stuck around, thank you very much. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. We
Yeah.
appreciate all your support.
And just always remember, don't be a chicken.
Get out there and
and
do
try
something.